So the iPhone XR is one of those iPhones that may or may not be getting iOS 18. Now, I want to kind of hit on some of the things that we do know within iOS 17 right now that could either point to this particular iPhone getting this version of software or not getting this version of software. Now, like I've stated before, I have no insider information. I have no way to kind of verify any of my claims, so take everything I'm about to say with a grain of salt. But there has been a lot of movement within iOS 17 recently, which generally makes me think that there could be some changes within iOS 18 and maybe the device list of these supported iPhones. I would probably say safe bet, the iPhone 11 and above are probably going to be getting iOS 18. There's a chance Apple may even end up discontinuing the iPhone 11 as well, but for the basis of this video, I think there's a very high likelihood where the iPhone 11 and onwards are going to be supported. Now, within the last few weeks, there's been a lot of weird changes going on within iOS in general, and I do feel like Apple is kind of under a little bit of scrutiny right now because there's just been so many weird changes Apple has made and so many little weird things that have happened within the last couple updates that I think Apple wants to go ahead and kind of move on from it. And I don't think they want the legacy of certain iPhones to be of a certain iOS version. And I do think Apple probably wants to go ahead and kind of milk as much money away from, these new iPhones as possible. And what better way to do that than to bring in a new version of an iOS version, which Apple's going to be focusing on. They're going to be bringing in a lot of AI features within it. And much like Samsung did, I think Apple may end up having a paid service of their AI program somehow, where it's going to be, very similar to maybe Samsung Galaxy AI, whatever that was, where you pay a little bit of money and then they end up giving you, something throughout the time, AI features or whatever. I think Apple may end up doing that within the iPhone XR. And if that ends up being the case, well, what happens then? Right? All those people who own the iPhone XR and XS Max can go ahead and become paying customers of the next version of software. There's going to be a lot of free versions and free updates that come within iOS 18, but I do think Apple's going to bring in some paid subscription that's going to be some sort of AI thing that Samsung has literally just did. I noticed recently too, the last couple of years, whenever Apple's about to do, Samsung does before, and they just end up kind of being ahead of the curve a little bit, but then Apple ends up making more money from it or something along those lines. So there's a reason Samsung did the Samsung AI thing this year, and I do think it's because, Apple's going to end up bringing that within iOS 18, and if you think about it like that, Apple's probably going to want to support as many iPhones as possible within iOS 18 to, have paying customers from there. And on top of that, because iOS 17 right now, we had like that photo scandal, we had a lot of other things going on within iOS 17 as well. I think there's a very high likelihood where, the iPhone XR could end up getting iOS 18, and it probably wouldn't be that shocking, in my personal opinion. So from that perspective, that kind of covers it up there. If you have any other thoughts or questions, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that will mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.